Hello and welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a yard sale find, and you're looking at the box as I saw it. If you see the big green sticker, it says $25 for the whole box. And if you can also read the pencil marking here, it says 80s and 90s baseball cards, and everybody knows that big blue 1988 Donruss. And the gentleman that I bought it from, he said he was asking $25, and I just said, well, I can't do that. Would you take 10? He's like, $10? I said, well, would you take $10? And he said yes, but he said there are cards from the 60s in there. I don't know that, but it says 25, but we did pay 10. It's a pretty good size box. I have not gone through it yet, so I'm going to do that next, but I wanted to show you what I found here. It says 80s and 90s, and I can see some 91 tops in here, so we'll find out what we did. Did we get a good deal for 10 bucks? I'm going to pause the video, try to go through the cards and see what we find inside, but let's see what we found at the yard sale for 10 bucks. We'll be back. And we're back. I have gone through the cards from our find, and in front of me you see piles of cards and stacks of cards to the side. I have separated them into set order to some point. This first stack is 89 tops. This is 89 tops. Here's 88 tops. 1987 tops. And there's a chunk of 1991 Donruss. And you can see the big blue. Everybody knows this. That's our 88 Donruss. So there was a large chunk of those. And at the beginning of the video, that was the top layer of cards. And I have gone through, and let me show you what we found just for $10. And I feel like we did pretty well. Let me show you what we found, and you can be your own judge. Sitting here to the side is just a stack as what I would call stars. I have player binders and collection player, like a 5,000 count box sorted by players. So I will add, nothing too crazy in here. There was one pack of Post. You can see there's the Barry Bonds, Roberto Alomar. I think Gwynn was in here, but there's some big names. There's a Gwynn. Nothing crazy. There's a Smoltz rookie, kind of cool, but, 1989 tops. Nolan, there were two Nolans in there. But again, just 1987 tops. There's a couple of the cool all-star cards. Gwynn, Carter, and Boggs. And they're in pretty good shape. There was a mini Joe Carter. So, again, just players that I collect. A good stack. Nothing worth $1 million, but pretty cool. Set those over here. Some other stacks of cards that I did find that I do collect, which are kind of nice. The Diamond King cards came in a puzzle form, and those of you that know, you know, and if you don't, they're just pretty cool. And I have most of the Donruss Diamond King puzzles, but there was a pretty big stack. Here's the Stargell, and most of these were the Stan Musial year. So I don't know what exactly is in there, but there's a good sized chunk of those. There were a couple cards that I have for my sets that I am building. This is the 1986 Topps Mini set. I don't believe I have the Hershiser card. And again, I'll look into my checklist later, but that was the only one in the whole box. These were kind of interesting. The 1988 Topps, but it's the O-Pee-Chee, and there was a mini Yankees run there. So Gary Ward, kind of a cool Guidry. Here's the Pasqua and Mike Easler. So nothing too crazy, just was kind of strange to see a tiny stack of O-Pee-Chee, but I will put that into my 88 Topps. I guess you could call it a master set. Same thing for the 90 Topps traded, but then check this out. You'll notice the gloss, and they're actually both traded, but I believe this is the traded Tiffany. You can see that the cardstock is different. It's smooth, it's white. The backs are even brighter. So again, I don't have the Topps Tiffany set, but I just put those into a large 1990 Topps, again, Masters set. And there was a huge stack of Cubbies, and I have a Cubs binder we're working on, and a Cubs box. And again, just every Cubby we pull, and we'll put this Andre Dawson on top there. I love that All-Star set, and actually now they're currently the throwback year, the 35th anniversary set for the 88 Topps, so that's kind of cool. And speaking of collections that I also collect, Diamond Kings. In a massive stack of 88 Diamond Kings with a couple 91s. There's that Musial card. But again, I collect Diamond Kings, working on like a master run of Diamond King sets as well. Same thing along with the Diamond King collection. I just love the Gold Cup cards. The draft pick cards. There's the Jim Abbott. What a classic card. But I'm working on getting these together to put in a page, like a page of 88, 89, and so on. Ron Gant, we have that TTM'd actually. It looks awesome. Steve Searcy, he is also a great TTM. We're going to try to get that signed. So anyway, some Gold Cups, some draft pick cards, some Future Star cards. We love those as well. And right along those lines, the same, the rated rookies. And again, this 88 set, this collector must have either had this set or was trying to work on building the set. But he had a couple years here, 88, there's another blackjack. So 91, and again, we're working on trying to get those together to just make a little binder. And then the same thing along those lines, but with all-star cards as well. So we love that. Speaking of that 88 Donruss, like I said, there's a massive stack right over here behind little Pete Inky Doo. But all the big names are in there too. Bo Jackson, there's Rhino, there's my man Andre, there's the cover card for the box for the set. In Beckett's, I remember as a kid, this was the card that was everywhere. But looking for, I thought I had it on top, I did not. But all the big names were here, so if you've watched my channel, you might be thinking what I'm thinking. It might be time to put together another 88 Donruss set. Where did it go? There's the Mike Schmidt. That was one of the first Mike Schmidt cards I remember seeing as a kid. I remember flipping it over and looking at his home run totals. I was new collector back in 1989, so to see a guy that had 500 plus home runs, I thought, man, this guy must be good. I think he retired, after the next season. 1990 cards, I think, were his last year. Really good Mattingly. But that Canseco was pretty hot when we were younger also. Good-looking Maddox. There it is. The Glavine rookie card. The Bonds was there. Clemens, and there's the rated rookie, Roberto. The one that's missing in here, ironically, is the Mark Grace rated rookie. So, but that's okay. We have a couple copies of that. And the second to last pile, there was a large stack of 87 Topps. There's a really good looking Canseco. Just one of my all-time favorite cards. Love the border, love the yellow and the green. The way they match with that Gold Cup is just one of the coolest cards ever. How about this guy? Pretty good shape too. The 87 Bonds, the Ricky, and again, just a great card too. Eric Davis, what a beast. So the 4 cards of those 87, they were all there, and I didn't pull them all just to kind of show you though. But we're gonna put that Canseco out here. Actually, we'll just cover up old paint. Some random cards. I did not expect digging through 88 Donruss and 89 Topps then to run across some Beatles. These are the only 2, but I love stuff like this. These random. So why are there 2 Beatles cards in here? I don't know. But they're pretty cool. We like that. How about this? I might have just picked up my first Hulk Hogan card. We got Macho Man Randy Savage. Come on, how about that card? And then they're turned into, Bret the Hitman Hart. Here's a little later guy in my wrestling career, Bam Bam. And then this whole set of Nitro Women. Don't recall ever seeing any of these. but that was at the bottom of the stack together, so kind of different, kind of cool. And there were some basketball cards in here, just a small stack, but some pretty cool names. Love these vintage, sorry. I love these newer cards of the vintage players. Nate Thurman, there's Pistol Pete. Bob Pettit. We also have his autograph. So a small stack of basketball. And on top of that was a really cool, I'd never seen this before, a David Robinson card. It says a Kellogg's Classic, but check this out. Anybody ever seen this before? Pretty sweet. I don't know. I do love David Robinson, and I just had never seen this before. 93 star. So I thought that was pretty cool. Never seen that. And here was pretty cool little stack, which is also cool because I'm also trying to build this set. And there was a stack, you can see here, of that 93 McDonald's set. And again, they were not in order. They were not even all together. They were in this box, but kind of scattered. I thought, well, there's some big names in here. There's Akeem. There's another Ewing. Big Carl. There's our Horace. A Leitner rookie. And if you remember getting these as a kid, if you were going to McDonald's in 1993, it was just part of a meal. And they'd give you, I think, a card or two. Who knows, maybe three. But I thought, man, that's a pretty good stack. And then I kept digging. And look who we found inside the box. Alonzo rookie. Alonzo rookie number 2. And a Shaquille rookie. Thought that was a cool little find. And I kept digging. Mr. Michael Jordan. You can see that's what the difference was. The hologram was shaped like the arches. So the upper deck cards are very similar to that actual year, but just a little bit different. And then there was also another Jordan in a case. It's my kind of slab. If you've watched my channel, there's a slabbed Michael Jordan for you. And in the first part of the video, I had mentioned that the dealer wanted $25, and I said, well, we just can't do that for $25. I'm thinking for a box of 88 Donruss in 1991 tops and 89 tops, you probably couldn't pay, probably even some of the players' parents themselves, to give you $25 for a box of 1988 Donruss today. But the guy did say it was his collection as a child, and he just had them all in the box and wanted to get rid of them. So we took it, and he did say before I left, he said, I think there are some cards from the 60s in there. Well, you can see all the cards in front of us. But I did find, stuck to the back of the Jordan slab, check this out. Benny Daniels. In fact, a card from the 60s. And it's in a case. They did use some unapproved tape to seal it into this case, but he had a really good season. I'm not too familiar with Benny Daniels, but check out that record, 17-8. So anyway, I was impressed to see that there actually was a card, not 1988 and not 1991. So again, pretty cool find. I think for $10, I might be building a 1988 Donruss set again. I might have finished my McDonald's upper deck set based on what I found here and what I needed. And there are several cards in front of you that will go towards my player collections, other odd sets that I'm building. Pretty cool for $10. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.